I'm Andrew. This is my van. I'll show you around it. My great-grandparents built this thing out into roughly its current shape as a camper van. They got it in 1995 or 96, the year that it was made. And I'm going to remodel it into a fancier camper van that is less blue. Alright, there's my accommodation for the next couple weeks while I do this thing, because I was staying in the van before. Now, it's time to clean the van out. Get all my stuff out of here. Cat's in the shot. Note the cat in the shot. Isn't that lovely? Cat. And also this is Benjamin. Kind of looks like a bomb went off in there. Kind of feels like it did. It's got this fiberglass insulation that's been glued onto the wall for some reason. The floor, all the insulation was glued onto. Same up there on the ceiling. Like, what is that? Ew. Ew. Gross. The next thing to do is to finalize the design and how I'm going to construct everything now that I know what I'm working with. I have all that gunk off the walls, and then I can start buying some materials and actually building the van. The system I've come up with is these strips, furring strips, sort of, screwed with self-tapping screws into the walls. The insulation will be fit in between them, and then the hemlock siding is going to hang off of them. So what I've been doing with the insulation is I take measurements off of the wall for a rough outer limit size, and then I go out to a big piece of board and I cut that out, and then I come into the van and make more fine measurements and slowly carve it down until it manages to fit in. It's probably not the best way to do it. It's the way that I've found works. Here he is, the boy. It's a screw. Give me my screw back. Yeah, it's a drill. Impact. Alright, it's a real simple floor. It's just plywood with this piece of trim sort of stuff, and then underneath that is foam board insulation. It's just gonna float free in here, and it'll be held down by the stuff that I build onto it. Alright, I'm finally ready to declare it done. The van build has been completed. It will continue to evolve over time, of course, but finished. I managed to set up this hand pump faucet here, so I got a 16-gallon tank and a line that runs from it into there. It's held on by straps so I can remove it if I need to. For a sink, I've simply got this roaster. I like the flat bottom of it and the wide shape. It should be perfect for washing dishes in. All of the curtains are set up with these straps and buttons, allowing me to easily deploy them. Hand forged by yours truly. Now, how much did it cost me? I've got the stuff here on this paper. I will read it out, explain it maybe a little bit. $277.40 for the plywood and insulation. $118.67 for the water tank, water line, and faucet. $85.20 for the propane tank and fittings. $85.30 for the stove and that roaster of that sink. $51.62 in screws. $11.65 for rope that the curtains hang on. $10.06 for all of the curtain fabric. It was a steal. $1.06 for some thread. $8.15 for the curtain rod. $11 for the 12-volt outlets that I put in. $10.58 for some silicone sealant I used to seal up some leaks. That brings us out to $650.69 total. Some of the ways that I saved money was milling all the hemlock myself. That's a big thing. And the van itself was free because it belonged to my great-grandparents, and I traded a hand-forged fire tool set for it. Just had to get it home from the West Coast. It's taken me 3 or 4 weeks of work, pretty much full-time, just sticking at it. That's the time milling the trees and a little bit of time working on a friend's build that we did at the same time, and then going hard at this. I learned a lot. A lot of it's stuff I haven't done before, but I do have an advantage over a lot of these folks because I do a lot of work with my hands to begin with. But I still got a fairly rough result. I just have to be happy with it, and I am. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's really cozy in here, and I'm looking forward to spending more time in here.